Hey, didn't we decide that?
Okay.
Oh.
So we're coming out of an executive session. I don't know what time it is. 6:35 and no action is taken. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, let's continue on with working on our list of priority items.
Didn't we decide in budget that this committee is responsible for the pay ranges in that?
Yeah, to set them up, yeah.
Yeah. So that's obviously a big priority to me.
That's going to be a more seasonal thing too, right? Because it should happen the same time every year. We should review pay scales. And do we make the recommendation to budget or no? No, budget decides what the actual, well, no, that's going to change too. So that doesn't matter. Pay scales are the only thing that will matter going forward.
The ranges and the pay scale.
Yeah.
I think we have to set,
Okay.
if that's really two different things, set the ranges, not for the fire, the police, we're done with that. Set the ranges and then devise the pay scale.
We also have merit and step that we have to work on this year, right?
Well, that would be the pay scale. How we want to do that.
That's a whole project though, that we have to.
Yeah.
So maybe just the step scale project, specific. But then we still have the merit and pay, correct?
I went to the school, Georgetown, and got their STEP program. I don't know if that's pertinent to anything we're talking about, but it's just something to look at. I don't have that right with me right now.
Figure out the math on that. When you go back, of course, I don't know if there's this indexed or not. Not all schools do that.
There's a difference between if you have a bachelor degree, a master's degree, a master's plus 30. or
150 hours.
There,
used to
that
be in there.
150, but you were saying what?
Yeah, like from 0 to 30.
Yeah,
See if that's double, and at 15 if it's half
okay,
of that. Just see if that's
I can do that.
yeah.
can
I
do
just
that,
I
'cause
don't know
I
how they
talked to
do
Eric
theirs.
Tool and got that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, there is a formula for it. I don't know what it is, but there is one.
All right. So far on the priority items that we need to be focusing on, I have the step skill project, which will be very time consuming for Nancy, Mark. And then I have the hourly and salary time comp time, something we want to double click on. I also have the employee manual, just as a reminder that we should be seeing that come out at some point in the near future. How long does it take them to do it, Art?
The last thing I did for that insurance, it took almost 5 weeks to get it back. I mean, but it comes back very thorough and they send it out to every single person.
Well, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. So
I don't
probably
think
another
that's long.
3 weeks.
What do you think it would take for Lexipol to look at our policy manual, personnel manual, and give us?
Oh, is that what you asked me?
I think so.
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting there answering questions about the
the
electric. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to take too long. I mean,
They probably already have like a
Yeah.
generic version that they.
Yeah, they're
figured.
going to have everything based on state law.
Yeah, somehow this thing electronically compares it to state and federal law. And so I don't know how they upload it. I don't know if it's OCR or whatever, how it works, but I don't think it's going to take them long.
I also have pay ranges that we need to review annually. And then what else? What else am I missing from an HR standpoint?
We've done health insurance.
It was
Yeah.
budget, wasn't it?
It kind of falls under both, really, but yeah. Yeah, we did it in budget. We have that tagged on the budget. Probably more so because it deals with the money piece of it. Any changes you make are going to impact the cost of it. So I would say keep that in budget.
Maybe we need to more define a salary job's required hours, because
I have that. That can fall under hourly when we double click on the hourly versus salary and comp time versus bank time. That can be a part of that discussion. That should be a part of that discussion. Right?
Okay. Yes,
I'll put definition.
okay. I'm just saying, we need a more stringent than. I'm just thinking of the private sector, 40 hours a week would not get it on a salary. No.
So then, okay, and I hear you. Hold that thought for 1 second, just so we can make sure we're not missing any large scale priorities for the year, and then we can circle back to that.
No, we'll get to it when you want to get to it. I've already made my point.
All right. Other priority items for the year? From an HR standpoint?
Hmm.
From an HR standpoint, committee standpoint, any other priority items? Art, anything that we need to be working on?
No, I mean, I've got some things I'm gonna be doing and bringing in here. I'm trying to standardize all the disciplinary forms and stuff like that, give them a number so that we all know what, we need Form 1A, Village of Georgetown Form 1A, and I'm trying to standardize all that. So I'll be working on that kind of stuff.
Standardization and consistency is really important in
Who
any
controls it?
organization.
Who controls this handbook?
This,
The council, right? So can't we have job descriptions that say, we, the council, require X job to work 5 days a week?
I mean, you can put that in there. It depends what job you're talking about though, because if you're, I mean, like some of the jobs like Travis Bonar is a prime example, like, I mean, he has to come in, they come in on like off times, holidays and.
Okay, but I'm just saying, at
He's not
least.
He's
salary.
not salary, but I think he's just saying anything in general,
Um,
full-time.
No, I'm talking salary. I'm talking salaried employees. Who controls this book? We do. Can't we do that?
We can talk about that.
The thing is, Mark, that handbook is for all employees in this village, all employees. But you have two departments that do have different schedules.
Gotcha.
And they can't be, some of the stuff that's in there will not cover them because the fire, EMS, and the police, their schedules just work different. Some of their stuff works differently. So,
which both of theirs are gonna be on Alexa poll too, and they will be compared to this one as
Yeah.
well, so they'll be going through the same.
but as
process.
far as us being able to require like Rob to work 5 days, by law, Dale's in charge of the police. We can believe that would be best for the community. We can think in our souls that's the best thing. We can't do anything about it.
Okay.
So
I'm just.
you just bring it up every once in a while to irritate Dale. I'm kidding, Dale. I'm kidding. But I mean, honestly, that's just the way it is.
Oh my God.
We just have to understand our limits, and that's one of our limits. We can voice our opinion, but he's over them. We aren't. Art
But we
isn't.
ought to watch out what we're saying about right now because we aren't in
Yeah,
executive
yeah.
session.
The Lexi poll thing, we'll look at the time clock issue, correct?
Yeah.
Are we okay to be?
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is a committee meeting.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip over priority items, and if there's anything to add that you guys think of later, just let me know.
I think that's an awful lot right now, and I think it won't take us a year to do those.
Right.
But by then, maybe more
Projects.
priorities have come up with Art going through stuff and that. But I think it's going to take us a while to get through this.
Yep, I would agree. So, step scale project is probably the most pressing that we need to really
Yes.
start every meeting, start dripping on. Mark wants to talk about comp time as well. We all want to talk about that. So do we want to start any discussion on comp time now or just try to define what we need for the next meeting?
I would rather define what we need for the next meeting. It's
Perfect.
nice to have a little break.
Yeah. So how often, and maybe that's not the question, but maybe more so, when do you guys want to meet again? keep in mind, we'll probably have some research we have to do for the step scale project.
What do you want to do it just before this? I mean, everything else seems to meet before the first meeting of the month. You want to just set it for before the second meeting of the month for a while, unless we need to do it. I mean, if you want to meet in 2 weeks, that's fine. Whatever.
2 weeks is enough time to
Okay.
do research and homework. So why don't we just say we'll meet in April, whatever that next meeting date is, and then we'll define if there's a reoccurrence to our meetings or if it's just a quote unquote random type.
April 13th is our first council meeting. I don't know if there's any other.
The
meeting.
27th.
That would be the HR or the CDC and the utility, the first meeting.
Yeah,
The second
there's
meeting-
nothing in front of the,
Second meeting, there's nothing in front of it.
we have a budget meeting at 6 o'clock on the 27th. At least I've got it down. Do you have it down?
What day is that? What's the date?
There was April 27th, the second meeting.
I think I'm out of town. Oh, that's going to be an issue.
Oh, and I don't have my notebook here. I think that's what we set the other day, unless I put it on the wrong day, was before the second meeting.
We're going to change that if you guys want me to be involved in that. I won't be in town. I'm going to be missing that meeting.
Yeah, I want you to be involved.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can't do the HR meeting then
No.
anyway.
Yeah. So pick another day.
What about the 20th, Thursday before?
I'm good.
Mark?
April 20th,
Yeah,
what time?
doesn't matter. You want to do it earlier since it's just the three of us?
Yeah, let's do it.
So that's kind of by your schedule, Kelly. Name and time,
April 20th, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
One. Okay, then
Is that good for everybody? Okay. So April 20th. Okay. All right, let's itemize anything that we need to see for that meeting to help us in our discussion. So in that discussion, I envision that we'll start on the step scale project and talk about comp time. So what do you guys want to see? What do you want prepared for us to be able to view to help with that?
I don't know on comp time that I need to view anything. I do want to understand it, know how much we allow them to accumulate before they start losing it and that kind of thing. But that's something that should be in the handbook or is written somewhere.
I think it is in there somewhere. Yeah.
They don't lose comp time. We have to pay them out.
You have to.
We have to pay them. We can't take it. It's like, comp time and pay are the same thing. I mean, you either pay overtime or give comp time, but you have to give comp time.
And they can accumulate that if they're here for a long, they could accumulate a year of comp time, then decide to take it all at once.
Well, no, we don't let them do it that much. And we still have to, the supervisor still has to say, okay, you can take it here. We won't let them take it all out. No, I mean, they couldn't take it all at once.
But if they never take their comp time and when it's time to leave or retire, we buy all that comp time?
Yes, we do, but we buy it every year. There's a maximum that they can't, it's
Oh,
not
you
like,
pay it out every year?
yeah, because it's not like when
And
they
then,
retire.
okay,
that they-
so they can't accumulate more than a year because we buy it out?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe.
Never mind, I don't
define-
even need that because now I know.
But comp times is also time and a half. I mean, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That would be a good meeting to have Natalie here because
Yeah.
she would be here.
Yeah, I
at
was
1
gonna say,
o'clock.
maybe we
Yeah.
can get some parameters
Yeah.
around
And
how comp time is accrued, paid out, how long it can.
what about getting some, I don't know about salary schedules, pay schedules from other municipalities that do it the way we're talking about doing it up to, how many years they have to have for full retirement in PRS? 30?
Changes all the time.
Yeah, 30, I guess
Or age. It's
Yeah.
either age
30 and
55. or
55 or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of like, I mean, I know what schools do in that, but that's pretty different than I want to see at some point, I don't know if I need it next meeting, but I would like to see the breakdown on the different levels within the departments, like water 1, water 2,
Ask them today to start working on it.
what's required
Yeah.
for those.
Kelly, if you're taking notes, will you send me an email with everything that you want?
Yeah, it'll be under this.
I can.
Anything else that you guys want to see before next meeting?
I can't think of anything. If I think of something, I'll,
And have Natalie here to help us with the comp time. Okay, all right.
yeah, do we want to see a list of comp time? And
Yeah, I think that would be good.
I do too.
Give us just without someone's name, just give us an example of how comp time is accumulated and paid out or utilized.
You're doing it at 1 o'clock on April 20th?
Yeah,
She'll be here anyway.
maybe by department. Let's see comp time. Comp time, if it's taken as money, is the same as overtime, right?
Comp time, you either take it off as not working, or because if, let's say it's an 80-hour, 2-week pay
Mhm.
period, and they work 90 hours, that's 10 hours of comp time, but they actually get 15 hours to
Mhm.
take off. Or they get paid for 15 hours
Okay, so we don't pay overtime, basically. We pay comp time.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't use the word
do,
overtime.
we can do that.
So it's up to them. I mean, if they come in and want, if Travis has a water main break and he turns that water
No, I
main break in.
understand that. I'm just trying to make sure
Yeah.
that comp time and overtime are the same thing, as
Well-
far as if they get paid.
Yeah, I mean,
If
it's
they can
time.
take the time, or they can get paid, which could also be called overtime if they get paid.
Yeah, it's time and a
Okay, I
half.
just want to make semantics, just,
And there's some departments where that doesn't make a big deal in their budget, but police and fire and EMS, that's the one
yeah.
that's the killer.
All right, so if there's anything else you guys want, or I think about that we need to see, I'll send you an email, Art. All right, outside of that, is there anything else to be discussed?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Nancy's made the motion to adjourn. Mark seconded it. All those in favor state so by saying aye.
Yes.
Motion passes. Meeting is adjourned.